Welcome back to the Bearcat Tip Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. For friendly expert tax advice whenever you need it, come to Donahue Accounting Services. A leading accounting firm in Cincinnati, Ohio, our top-notch accountants strive to help you resolve all your financial and tax issues. Call Donahue Accounting Services today for a free consultation at 513-528-3982 or visit online at donahueaccountingservice.com. I'm your host, Alex Meacham, former Bearcat basketball player from 1997 to 1999 under the Hall of Fame coach, my guy, Bob Huggins.
And I'm Neil Meyer of the Front Office News.
And I'm JT Smith, editor-in-chief of the Front Office News.
All right, fellas, we are back for another episode. Let's jump right into it because these Bearcats are hot right now. They are currently 17-13 after beating BYU. Man, and I just smile when I read this. 90-68. Are you kidding me? Like, gosh, I don't know how long ago it was. If I was to tell you the Bearcats would beat BYU 90-68, I would be like, no way.
Yeah. Nice.
JT, I'm gonna start with you.
Johnson.
Oh man,
they ain't gonna be here.
No, ain't gonna be here.
Ain't gonna be here. Hey, but we here. We in the flesh, man.
We are here.
I'm like, just. I think I reposted it for anybody that follows me online on Twitter, _JT_Smith. Check out that article. That was just like, are the Bearcats playing with your emotions? I mean, I think it's perfect with the season. I mean, at that time, they were, 12-12, just lost that game that, where Wes is like, hey, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, he's telling fans, like, hey, I would boo us too. I would boo me too. You know what I mean? We got to do better. He was always said the team wasn't going to quit. And they had a lot of chances to quit this season. And they haven't. So, like, you got to give kudos to Wes and the young men. Because the young men, they get paid too. So, like, sometimes, if you get paid, you're like, man, F this. But you got to respect the pride that these young men have, no matter how you feel about them. Because they could have tucked it in and said, F it, my NIL is cool. I got probably got a nice car. You know what I mean? I'm doing good stuff, and you see what the next thing holds. But they didn't do that. But, all right, to rewind it back to senior night, it was, just to see all the love in the arena. I mean, I think that probably was the best environment all year, at least that I've attended.
Oh, for sure.
And then also to see the love they gave to Day Thomas, a guy that, JUCO transfer, been there 3 years. Not the most highly touted person. I mean, he definitely was a highly touted person out of JUCO, but it's not like he was just this top 10 person in whatever class he was in. To see that the Bearcat fans shower him like that, how hard he plays and everything, just a good person. It's kind of dope to see that even in a time of stuff, changes all the time with the transfer portal and everything else like that. You get a guy that, stays here and, the fans appreciate him for that. So I think that was pretty dope. But the game, I didn't expect it. I thought the Bearcats could win, you know what I mean? But I didn't think the Bearcats were going to just give BYU belt like that. I need to go grab a belt. I need to get my Michael Irvin on right now. Like, just get a trash can.
Hey,
that was
JT. I wouldn't say I need to get my Michael Irvin on.
You're right. I thought about that. You're right. I ain't got no powder on the desk, guys.
You ain't going skiing, bro.
I ain't going skiing. Respect to the legend, though. Because if I got that much energy at his age, I'm doing something right. Hopefully, I don't got to go skiing for that. You know what I'm saying? but
Hey, by the way, have you seen the clips of the podcast with Lamar Odom talking about?
Oh my God! Oh yes, I did. Lamar talking about he didn't do it during the season. It's crazy. So he said he said he took 6 month crack.
He a part-time
6 month coke brace. 6 month coke brace is crazy.
What 6 month coke brace is crazy.
What person on drugs do you know is like, 6 months on, 6 months off? Like,
he's like,
Lamar,
I'm good.
baby.
I'm good. He's like, I'm clean, baby.
Hey, and then his outfit screamed, I'm on coke.
Yeah, for sure.
It
Yeah,
was.
he was lying, man. He was definitely lying.
I'm sorry. We
T-Mac was like, he was like, so you showed restraint during the season? Hey, Kobe's like Kobe winning with a coke head on the team. You gotta. Hey, that puts him like that's a different level, bro. Like he needs to be in the GOAT conversation. Everybody got to
just for that.
Don't know it just for that. He literally was harboring a coke head in the 2000s. You know what I mean? They had camera. I mean, it was weak camera phones back then, but I mean, how did nobody? You never heard a report. He kept it under wraps and everything. You know, I mean, he was a pure coke head in 2010.
You see Vince Carter during the podcast? Like,
Yeah.
He was like, bro, you are lying.
He was like, I knew you. I knew you, LO. I know you. You used to be coked out. I seen you wipe your mustache one time before you tipped it off one time. Pause.
You know what? You know what's sad about that is like we joke, but at the same time, it is, drug addiction is horrible.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
And we played when I was with the Bearcats. We played Lamar Odom twice. Let me tell you, and I don't mean to steal your thunder with the thoughts on the Bearcats performance, but let me just tell you this. You guys appreciate this. Not making this up. We can ask any of my teammates. We play Rhode Island at Rhode Island. Cuttino Mobley, Lamar Odom. We beat them. Hugs is like, man, that's a great win. Go celebrate. We go to like a bar. Guess who's there?
Lamar Odom.
We hung out with Lamar. I talked to him and everything. Not making this up. Cool dude. Like, seriously cool dude.
Yeah.
He was up in this bar. It was like a 2-story bar, man. Just real. It was actually a pretty dope little bar. But yeah, he was there. I don't know what he was doing, but
yeah. He ain't offer you no.
I went. I got like, hey man, good luck.
He didn't give you one of those daps with some clear bag or nothing. No.
He did like the LeBron. All right, we got to stop. We are talking.
All right. Yeah, but they did great, man. The Bearcats. I mean, I was proud watching them play. Me and Neil were like, "Dang, this is crazy." It was a good game, man. It's just crazy how far they've came. And Mess was always preaching it, and everybody's probably like, "I don't know," you know what I mean? But we always knew they had the talent. That's the thing. It just was like, why isn't it working? But then I will say, man, people have to give Jizzle the flowers, man. A lot of flowers. I think he allowed a lot of people to get comfortable. You know what I mean? Like maybe some games he's not as high as he was last year per se, but had a good game, got his 1,000 points, 18 points. So pat myself on the back. But I feel like the whole team, they had 5 in double figures, man. Them putting the basketball through the net at this rate, man. I just never thought, even when everything was going to go smooth, it would be where they're hanging 90 on people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which is great. But I didn't see this. But they keep going, man. A month and a half, we were almost. I was about to start doing the hygiene, to get us through the season, and I had to put the hygiene up. I was close to being like, hey, put that a part of the pod, man. And we don't got to do it because we clean again, man. We got cologne on.
Yeah.
And we getting edge ups. You know what I'm saying?
April.
You know what I'm saying? We take baths. You know what I'm saying? We cool, man. We real personable people. You know what I'm saying? Say hi when you see. You making eye contact. You know what I'm saying?
We are. Hey. That's the type
confidence.
Of hygiene report we need. Thank you.
Yeah, we got good hygiene, man. So,
for sure.
I thought it was about to get real. I got a story to tell, hygiene. For a second. But hey, man, that's why you play the games.
Why you play the games. Speaking of hygiene, at the game, I saw Neil, and Neil's beard, his beard's starting to fill out there.
Yep.
It is starting to come in.
You are starting to look older. You got the little bit more mature look going there, JT.
Yep.
He has a more mature look going.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep. All right, respect.
Yep.
All right, Neil. Neil's sitting there like all proud, like, yeah.
I'm growing up, folks. Growing up.
Growing up. We went from being missing to he's here consistently with a beard. Sure. Well, Neil, your thoughts on the Bearcats' performance?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing to take away was the crowd environment. That was probably the best atmosphere, not only this year, but maybe in quite some time. Outside the crosstown shootout a year ago or a few years ago, I don't think we've seen a better environment in Fifth Third Arena in quite some time like that. I mean, fans were on their feet from start to finish. The applause they gave Day Thomas was incredible. I mean, we were kind of preaching that hopefully that they would do that. But I mean, as the moment Day walked with his mother for senior day, Meach, I don't know how close you were to the celebrations. I know you were on the court level, but
you mean senior night because it was late.
Yeah. JT, I don't know if you were right behind me, but did you guys see Wes try to fight back tears the whole time? Right when Day came out, he almost completely broke down.
Yeah, I bet.
And that was the cool touching moment because Day-Day's been pretty vocal about what Wes means to him and all the adversity those two have faced. And now, flash forward, Cincinnati has a chance to be a storybook ending for Day Thomas if all things go well and they make the NCAA tournament. So that was really cool to see. It was cool to see him get the love from his teammates too. Sincere Harris was the guy leading the charge in the Day Thomas chants. I don't know if once those things got going, that was all Sincere Harris who started that.
Yeah.
And then Fifth Third Arena just got stupid loud. It was like a high school game. They were like, Day Thomas. And they just kept going. That was cool. Yeah. That was really cool. But then back to the game aspect, I mean, I think Cincinnati only trailed one time, right? When it was, 3-2 or 5-3, something like that. But outside of that opening 12-0 run, it was like that game was over from then, essentially, because Cincinnati took the lead and they never gave up. And at one point, you look down and you see you're up, 22 at one point? And you're like, I think I looked at JT and I was like, this is getting ugly for BYU. Like, Kevin Young had no adjustments whatsoever. And that was the difference maker. I mean, BYU is not the same team that they were when they had Richie Saunders, but AJ DeBanster going 7 for 21 on the game. I mean, he did score 23 points. We knew he was going to get his, like, generational talent. His father, really cool dude, by the way. Ace kept up with your end of the deal, Meach. He did his push-ups that we talked about. That was really cool to see, but senior night, man, it was incredible. Baba 15 and 12, Mustafa 24, or Mustafa had a big night, another double. That was cool to see. Jizzle James eclipsing 1,000 points after everything he's been through. I mean, senior night had a lot of unique things, and I know I actually got a call yesterday from Jizzle's high school coach, and he was like, "Hey man, I appreciate you for asking Jizzle about what it meant for us to come back and him scoring 1,000 points. Like, that means so much to us." And when you look back on it, I mean, Jizzle James missed 11 games this season, essentially. Or I think it was a total of 9. He missed 9 games and still on pace to score well above 1,000 points in his career after everything he's been through. That's really cool to see. There was just a lot of unique things to take away, but I think the biggest thing we need to talk about is the performance of Jalen Celestine and how much he actually means to the team, because we saw what he provided on the offensive end, but we did not talk about him enough or at all even heading into this matchup. We thought Baba Miller would have that matchup with AJ DeBansta, but it was Jalen Celestine, and that was probably his best defensive game of the season. Would you guys agree?
It was great. Listen, there were some other, I think, factors in terms of help side and all that, but Jalen definitely did his thing.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest turning point is people are now getting to see how healthy Cincinnati is and how dangerous of a team they are. now that they got this lineup thing figured out. And Wes even said it in his post-game press conference, like him and Corey Evans and this staff built a quote-unquote bona fide Big 12 roster. And now you look down at the beginning of February, this whole team starts to get healthy a little bit and things start going their way outside of Jalen Haynes. And now they're winning ball games. Like, I don't think any of us had 7-1 in the last month and a half on this bingo card after how things started. So, I mean, you look down right now, I mean, there's no other team I would want to play against in the country. Like, you look with how good teams are playing right now, the Dukes, the Michigans, the Arizona. Cincinnati is right there in the mix. Like, nobody wants to play Cincinnati right now, and that's because of this 7-game stretch. I mean, they're not just beating teams by 3-4 points. They are belt to ass 6 of these 7 games where they were winning by double digits. I mean, that is significant in the Big 12 because everybody knows the Big 12. Like, we saw it Thursday night when Kansas got beat by Arizona State. UCF dropped another close one. West Virginia, Kansas State pulled out a 20-point win. Like, that whole night was crazy. And then on top of it, Cincinnati's beating these teams by 15, 20 points after starting the season or starting the month of January. What was it? 3-5, 3-6? And then they're turning around and they're now in position to finish the season 10-8 in Big 12 play. I think if you were to look back on the podcast that we filmed, I believe all three of us outside or me and JT had them finishing under 500, and Meach, you were the only one that had them finishing above 500, if I remember right.
Yep. I had a little faith, man. I had a little faith. A little faith. This is the Bearcat Game Recap segment sponsored by Purple Monkey Project. First of all, it was great to see you guys before the game. I think that might be the first. Is it the first time I've seen you guys before a game on the floor?
I think so.
I don't remember a time that all of it. Even shout out our guy Taylor Keaton, the photographer.
Yeah.
We were all standing there, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Meach, you missed Taylor. Taylor had an epic performance pregame Thursday night. You got to ask about him. You got to ask him about him. He went bar for bar with Kirk Carissa to Lose Yourself by Eminem courtside.
Oh, God. I'll talk to Taylor.
Coach Rayfeld came over and said, Taylor, you're distracting my boys. He said, my guy's trying to get ready. It was funny.
That's funny. That was good to see you guys, before the game, and good energy in the building, man, during senior night. Now, you know what? Unfortunately, I was standing down there courtside. I didn't get a chance to really absorb the whole senior night thing and see what, the whole introduction. And I could hear the crowd, obviously, but didn't get to, because you know how, like, when you sit up or you sit back, you could.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I didn't get to see that. But I think before I forget this, the only thing that really was missing, and Neil, you did a good job of capturing how many storylines there were, with that game. There was only one thing that didn't happen that game. You guys know what that was?
Grant Derbyshire scoring his first career points.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Darby still has never scored. And
hey, I thought that floater was going in, man.
And I don't know.
Thought it was going in.
If that was a floater. It was a
mid-range or off balance.
A mid-range layup. Mid-range layup. I don't know what that was, but man, I was hoping that because I'm like, man, this would be the perfect ending
for sure, 100%. Right?
I'm like, oh man, honestly, this Bearcat basketball team at this current moment is such a feel-good story right now in college basketball. You got Miami of Ohio, obviously 30-0, doing great things. You've got your teams like Duke, Michigan, Arizona, that are, some of the best teams in college basketball, but they were supposed to be that good. They've consistently been that good. For the Bearcats to do this 180,
JT, the 180.
The 180.
Not 360.
Not 360.
Not 360 in the same spot.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And for us to be in this position, like you said, JT, you have to give Wes Miller and also this staff a lot of credit for what I call a famous quote I have, stick to the script. Like if you've got a script for your life, you've got goals, stick to that script. Because if you abandon ship, turn around, blow the whole thing up, try to go, stick to your script. And I got to give Wes a lot of credit that, if we go back, JT and Neil, and look at the old press conferences before a lot of the struggles, during the struggles, a lot of that stuff he said came to fruition.
Yeah.
If you really look at it. And one thing that sticks out, he's been saying for a long time prior to, I forget what game it is, Keyshawn Tillery's going to be a hell of a guard.
Yeah.
Did he not say it? He kept saying that. And
He said it
Keyshawn
multiple times.
struggling when he was saying this.
Yeah.
And now it's holy shit. Keyshawn is exactly what he said. I remember one time, and I think Wes got crushed on Twitter, but it was like a couple bad games. Wes was like, we're close.
Yeah.
We're close. People were just killing him.
I think one of those times he said it was after that West Virginia game.
Yeah. And this is back to, yes, sometimes you've got coaches that are delusional because anytime you spend enough time with people, it's the same with with children. JT, you have children. You start to get this false sense of how great your kids are because you spend so much time with your kids. You see all the great things they do, right? You see a lot of their greatness, and other people sometimes don't see that. But for Wes, he spends so much time with these players. They're like his children. But he kept saying, man, we are close. And people are like, what are you talking about? We're close to being fired. And man, he's been right. And not to jinx him, because listen, this basketball team cannot go out, and we're going to talk about TCU in a little bit. They cannot go out and shit the bed.
They cannot. They cannot.
We're going to talk about this. I don't want to steal the thunder of that, but
yeah, for sure.
But I guess to end this part of the segment, they've put themselves in position, and that's all you could ask.
Yeah,
you're in position Saturday to kind of take this thing to the next level, make it to the dance. Man, you never know.
You never know.
Never know. This was the Bearcat Game Recap segment sponsored by Purple Monkey Project. The Purple Monkey Project was formed following the tragic loss of 10-year-old Reagan Banas in May of 2021. Reagan was a ray of sunshine who lit up every room. The Purple Monkey Project is named after Reagan's favorite stuffed animal and seeks to keep Reagan's spirit alive by being a ray of light in the community and promoting random acts of kindness. By providing scholarships and other financial support of youth and youth-centered charities in Southwest Ohio, the Purple Monkey Project seeks to pay it forward, all in the name of Reagan. To learn more about the Purple Monkey Project, please visit purplemonkeyproject.org or visit them on Facebook at Purple Monkey Project. Now, this Saturday at 2 p.m., the Bearcats take on TCU in Fort Worth. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Let's jump right into the Big O segment sponsored by Oakley Greens. In this segment, we cover players to watch and key matchups. JT, we'll start with you.
All right, I'm going to go with big man Mustafa Cham, a.k.a. Mustafa Dim. No, but
hey, we got to find that clip. Did you really say that, Neil?
I definitely said it.
That's great.
I mean, it's spelled phonetically. It looks like
it does.
Yeah. So
not for sure. Like I ain't mad at you. Like I would definitely. Cause I was like, then they keep saying Cham. I'm like, okay. Yeah, all right, we'll roll with it.
Definitely don't look like Cham, but
I don't. But hey, it is what it is.
Yep.
So yeah, I just think like he's been on a roll. Bearcats have, since he's went on the road, the Bearcats have played very well. So it has to continue, especially on the road, man. On the road, you're not at Fifth Third Arena. Don't have your fans cheering. So Mustafa, he can score inside and out. Gotta do that, man. I need him to play just like he did against at Kansas. I need that Mustafa, where you get 7 to 10 rebounds, a couple blocks, and you dominate your matchup. So if you can play good against Flory Badunga on the road, damn it, I don't know who TCU's big man is, but no disrespect to him, but Mustafa is showing his talent is at another level, and he's just getting better and comfortable. It just like it was a play. I don't think he scored, but it's just like how he attacked.
The one you're referencing is that one where he hit the spin move baseline twice. He got the one bucket, and he tried to go up and pound one on the Bears, the two-handed.
No, that was a good one, but that's not the play I was going to reference. The one I was referencing is like they start sending doubles at Mustafa. And I think at the beginning of the year, if they would have sent a double, he would have been real weak with the ball. He probably would have like turned the ball over. But like he used force and he just kicked it out like so smooth. And I think that was just something that showed his confidence. And it was like not a big play. And then after that, he started doing his thing in the paint, and it was just crazy. Like he was going to work, but it was a play like they sent the double as soon as he touched the ball, and he just kind of just like bodied the person on him. And I think he kind of kicked it around the horn, and it got an easy shot. But I think like 2 months ago, if that would have happened, he would have had the ball like kind of weak, and they probably even if they would have been able to rotate either if he got it out or they would have stole it from him, or he just might not have done the right thing. But that just shows just like his confidence, and then his scoring just went to another level. So, he needs to just go to work on this TCU big man. Hey, we could worry about feeling sorry for people after Saturday.
Love it. Love it. Neil?
Yeah, I think for me, my player to watch in this matchup is TCU forward David Punch. I think he is going to be a guy that could make a substantial impact for TCU. Now, he is only 6'7", but he is 250 pounds there in the front court. That is a big guy for a forward at that size. So for Cincinnati, I think they're going to have to find a way to contain him because he is the team's leading scorer. And when you look down, this is a guy who's not going to shoot the three ball at all. I mean, this is a TCU team that struggles from behind the arc as well. So overall, I mean, David Punch he's going to play inside. He's one of the team's leading players in minutes, averaging 30 minutes a game, 50% from the field, averaging nearly 14 points, 7 rebounds. That's a guy that Cincinnati is going to have to keep their eyes on. But JT, you mentioned a very good point here in TCU and Mustafa Cham. This is another game where Cincinnati should be able to win the rebounding margin, hopefully with those two guys in the front court, but they got to find a way to keep that guy off the glass. David Punch, an efficient player. So if they can find a way to slow him down in this one, maybe get him in some early foul trouble, because TCU, they love to hunt fouls. They will make sure they get to the foul line. So if you can keep them off that, you'll be in good hands. But their offense goes as David Punch goes. If he's on, TCU's on. That's what happened the other night versus Texas Tech. And we saw what he was able to do in that matchup. So that's my player to watch in this game.
The Big O segment is sponsored by Oakley Greens. Hey, fellas, I'm rolling with Baba Miller. I think this Baba's playing at a very high level right now. He does so many things that impact the game. He doesn't always have to be the leading scorer, but he'll rebound the basketball. He'll doubles will come his way. He'll pass out of it. He's just doing so many good things. But I think when you go on the road, your best player has to be at his best in order to win. Case in point, BYU comes to Cincinnati. Their best player has to play his best. Now, 23-6, I think was AJ DeBance's numbers. Yeah. I think that's nothing to sneeze at, but he didn't play well. I'm sorry. He didn't play well. And in order for BYU to have beat the Bearcats, he had to play at a high level. This is a huge road game for the Bearcats. We need Baba Miller to set the tone early. He's got to be the best player on the floor. And again, when I say best player on the floor, that does not mean he has to score 20 points in the first half. Yeah. Best player means impact winning in so many different ways. And as we know, his skill set is so good. Like he could do so many things. And I'm telling you, he keeps moving up and up on that draft board. I was talking to Ace DeBance after the game, and we were talking about, Mustafa and Baba,
Mm.
and he was very complimentary of both their games and thought that they were NBA level guys.
That's dope.
Yeah, he was super complimentary. I guess he's known Mustafa for a while. I'm not sure how, but
Yeah.
he's definitely They talked after the game. What was funny was, I don't mean to
Oh yeah, you good.
bring this up, but I was talking with Ace the Bansa, and Mustafa was making his way over. Mustafa was talking to someone that was kind of in the circles of Ace the Bansa and some people, and he was talking to him. And then Ace kind of like ventures over to talk to Mustafa, and then I kind of walked over just to tell Moo good game. Mustafa goes, "Hey, did you make him do push-ups?" He said, "I saw the video. Did he do his push-ups?" Yeah, he did them. He's like, "Good." So Mustafa and Ace have known each other, so I'm sure he knows AJ pretty well, but they've known each other for a while. So that was kind of cool to hear him speak highly of two of our guys.
Yeah.
So, yep. So my pick is Baba Miller. Make winning plays early and often. The Big O segment is sponsored by Oakley Greens. Oakley Greens, the ultimate spot to catch your hometown team in every big game. With 6 giant LED screens and TVs at every angle, it's more than a sports bar. It's your entertainment headquarters. All the sports, all the time, all at Oakley Greens. Located in the Oakley Station next to the cinemas. You can check them out, oakleygreens.com. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get into everybody's favorite segment, the name game with Neil Meyer. Hey, Shirley for Burley, banana for Furley, fine for Burley. Hold on. I always gotta wait for the part for her to go, Shirley. That's your girl, Shirley Ellis. I'm gonna have to Google some pictures of Shirley Ellis back in the day, see how she was. Let me Google search and see if she was Shirley Ellis.
Hey, you want to know the real reason why this segment's so good?
I'm bad. Go ahead.
The Bearcats were not winning when I started dancing here.
Oh, is that the?
It sure as hell wasn't these Rex backs.
Oh, bro, you still got them out?
Nah, they on the desk. But
okay, a couple questions I have for you. Okay. I always got questions for you. Do you have Big K Cola available tonight?
I do not. I got a nice Gatorade today.
Okay. Were you thinking that, JT?
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about that. I was about to talk about that the other segment, and I was like, I'll wait because we would have never got off the first segment.
That'd have been a long segment.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. No, any wine in a tall beer glass?
Nope. Gatorade tonight.
Just Gatorade?
Just Gatorade.
Just Gatorade.
You got to get up early in the morning, Neil.
Yeah, 5 a.m.
5 a.m., baby. That's all good. All right, let's jump into the name game with Neil Meyer. This is where we cover the opposing team's roster, and we get Neil to try to pronounce the opposing team's player. Now, in some cases, the names are just wild. Sometimes the names start a good conversation. Sometimes the names are just flat out cool. So, Neil, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to preface this. Usually in the name game, this year we've had a pretty good list of players to have you pronounce and all that stuff. This time we've got a little shorter version of the name game. So, all right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
How about number 3?
Number 3 for TCU is Liutoris Elivikis.
Try that last name again, Neil.
Elivikis.
You think it's Ellie?
Leilevikis. Leilevikis.
Man, I wish they had the.
Man, they don't got the ears, man.
Man, they of all the names, that's one that they need, man.
Man, this one needs for sure.
He's from Lithuania.
Simas.
Likusis.
Think the same place.
That's the same place Simas is from.
Hey, do me a favor. Click on his bio and then scroll down to personal. Tell me when you get there.
Is it going to say teammate of Simas Lukosius?
Nope.
Nope,
Just-
got pronounced.
It's got how to pronounce it.
They
Now
got phonetic.
you got the phonetics.
Chris Lelevikas,
That's a little better.
Yeah.
Lele.
majoring in general studies.
Yeah, I bet he is. He's generally studying nothing. You're like, I ain't studying shit. That's my major.
I'm here for basketball. Let's
I'm about
see.
to go hoop.
Hey, a free ride's a free ride.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. What class you going to? Hoop?
Hoop.
Hoop.
Weights.
Rehab.
Oh
Is
man.
it weights, cuz? What you mean?
Do me a favor. Click on David Punch, who you talked about earlier. Click on his bio. Now, tell me, does his biopic he doesn't look real? That doesn't look. Does he look like a real person? Looks like they generated that picture,
I
doesn't it?
know. Yeah, compared to like his other pictures, his action pictures.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about the in-game picture or the
No.
mug? The
The biopic,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's definitely looks AI.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That dude does not look real. Wow. All right, David Punch. That was your player to watch, Neil.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's jump into it. Michael Jordan, number 23.
Number 23 is Vianney Salachom.
I love, I love how you paused for that one. You were like, Minette?
Salachom.
Oh,
He's from Cameroon.
he is. Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Vi-
They don't got his. They don't got his on phonetically spelled. That's
I was just looking down for that.
yeah, that's dirty. He's a senior. They don't got it phonetically spelled. That's terrible.
Man, come on.
Come on, man. TCU do better, man. No ear, no
Dude.
phonetic spelling.
This cheap ass school.
Man, they out here. Type
Dude.
of NIL they got going on over there.
Not enough.
They're losing all their NIL money to Texas Tech.
Maybe.
Texas. They got a lot of NIL money.
Yeah, Texas got a whole bunch of NIL money down there.
Texas Tech ain't playing.
Man.
That oil money.
Hey, my man say what Jeff Caldwell say.
Yeah, Jeff Caldwell at the combine, he said, yeah. He said, what former player are you rooting for the most success for? You know, Noah Jennings, Caleb Goody, Brendan Sorsby got that oil money.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
At the combine.
At the combine.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
He
Huh.
said, Sorsby got that oil money.
Got that oil money.
That oil.
Click on hey, do me a favor, scroll down, and unfortunately we have a very short list of players. Scroll down to the assistant coaches and go to the assistant coach player development 9th year. Click on that bio.
Corey Santee.
He's from Cincinnati. And yeah, I don't even think I'm looking at his thing. Did they even list him?
No.
Is he from Cincinnati?
Say Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, say Flint, Michigan.
He's originally from Flint, but he lived in Cincinnati. I've known Corey for, jeez.
Damn, that's crazy.
Corey for a long time, man. Yeah. And I remember when he left out to venture into the college coaching world. But yeah, for sure. Good to see him do well. He moved here with a guy from that is from Flint, Michigan as well. I forget where Corey played college ball at. Does it say?
Let's see.
Thought it said in there.
Well, he played TCU then. You played TCU?
I guess so. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, TCU. Yep. Damn, he had almost 2,000 points. He was killing.
Yeah, he did. 1832. Yeah.
575.
No, no.
Second all time in points and assists.
Damn, he was killing.
Yeah, he was. Yep. He lived in Cincinnati for a long time, man. So
That's what's up.
shout out to Corey. You're a good dude too. Like really, really humble, good, nice dude. So Neil, I'm telling you, man, I don't know, but you've gotten easy on this this particular name game. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it was. I think we only had 2 players, which was the shortest ones we've had all year.
I know. We'll be back strong because once we get into the Big 12 tournament, that means I'm gonna have to dive into some West Coast teams.
Oh, for sure. West Coast.
You in trouble. You in
It's
trouble.
gonna be some. Oh man, Pepperdine, somebody like that.
Oh man,
Oh, they gonna be
Aguala Baba.
Yeah, for sure. Cal Baker. You see that stuff with Cal Bakersfield? I think that's
that's crazy.
What happened?
They got a player turned coach that's just got caught being a pimp in 4 states.
What's the problem? What's wrong with that? No, it's good.
he got caught.
Like an alleged pimp in 4 different states.
It came out like they were moving. He's like, "Hey, girl, go around back. Get my damn money."
Wait. He was allegedly pimping?
I'm about to look it up real quick.
Nah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
That sounds like a rap song, allegedly pimping.
Yeah.
Man.
Allegedly.
Allegedly pimping.
Look, I got the article right in front of me, JT.
Yeah, man.
California school hired a coach, but police say he moonlighted as a pimp was the title.
Hey, listen. I'm waiting to hear what was wrong. What happened?
Yeah. He wasn't trafficking, you know what I mean?
Mays, he is being held without bail, faces a hefty rep sheet of 11 criminal and misdemeanor charges, including felonies such as pimping. He was also charged with possession of automatic firearms and high-capacity magazines, possession of methamphetamine, marijuana with intent to sell. Separate charges cited him for possession of more than 600 images of youth or child pornography and distribution of obscene matter involving someone underage.
All right, see now that's
that's it. Yeah, before then I was okay. Ain't everybody? Somebody needs some guidance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
youth.
Yeah, that's a bad. We're gonna venture up out of that one.
Yeah, we'll backpedal. Defensive backs.
We'll backpedal.
Allegedly.
Let's jump into this Kenyan segment real quick. This is where we cover the keys to pimping. I mean, keys.
So you must have a direction.
Keys to the pimp game.
Keys to the pimp game. Have direction. It's a team, right? Don't play about my money.
JT, we better stop, bro. We better stop. We're gonna get this canceled, bro. This podcast.
What was my stuff? Dang, man. The American Pimp. I used to watch that stuff all the time when I was in high school and college.
Remember that movie? What was the movie with Redman and Method Man where they went back to school?
Oh, How High?
How High?
Yeah.
Remember Powder?
Yeah.
He's like, that not never. He said, boy, I love it when you say that not never. He said, what does not never mean? Not never mean. Not never.
Oh man.
Have you ever heard him talk about that scene?
No, I feel like I heard like a clip of him talking about it. They ad-libbed it, didn't he?
Man, he said it was all off the cuff.
Yeah, he said he ad-libbed it. That is crazy.
Man, that is a classic. Me and my buddy used to go never.
Yeah. We used to watch that. My homeboy Jay Carr. We used to be in the dorms, man. We bored. We was like, man, cut it on.
Cut it on.
It'd be like, man, fuck it, man. Throw it on, man. That Life. There's a couple other movies, but man, we would throw that, man. Shit.
That was a good one though. That was
sure.
Not never.
Nah.
All right, we make
I
it back.
slapped
All right.
myself. Like I slapped myself. I need to watch that, man. I ain't watched that in forever. That was a funny movie.
Good stuff.
When he go in there and crack on the dude, on the professor.
Oh yeah, get him. Get him. Neil, you know what we're talking about?
Nope.
Neil, hey,
Oh,
yes,
man.
I'm gonna look at these stats. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. He said Chisel James is averaging 15 points over the last 6 games. No, but
Oh,
all
man.
right, my bad. We'll be on now.
Piece of the game.
All right, cool. All right, my bad. I messed this all up, man. We started from pimping and
It's all good.
yeah, it's like get my money. Nah, but don't play about my money.
Don't play about my money.
Don't play about it. No, but what the Bearcats got to do is they got to start off, make sure they don't allow TCU to go on a run fast. The first 4 minutes, that the under 16 timeout, Bearcats need to be within. I wouldn't mind them being down. I mean, at worst case, if they're down less than 5, if they're up, that'd be cool. But I just don't want them to be like, where TCU jumps out and it's 20-2, right? Mm-hmm. That kind of stuff, you know what I mean, where they're fighting uphill just to get close, and then all TCU has to do is go on a decent little run, and they're back up 15. So we want them to be close. I think if they just start off, keep connected, that's going to be their senior day, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Emotions. So we want to make sure we punch them in the mouth with their emotions, and then that should be then make them have to fight uphill and see what happens. So yeah, that's the key to the game for me, because you don't want them to come out and just blitz us, and then we're just like, damn.
Yep.
So
fighting uphill. We don't want to be fighting uphill.
Nah. We want to punch down. You know what I mean? We want to be a taller boxer. Use our distance. We got Mustafa and Baba, they the bigger guys.
Yep.
Throw their jab out there. Bam, bam.
Yep.
Catch it, you know what I'm saying?
Make that noise again.
Bam, bam. Stay offline. You know what I'm saying?
That video where guys like one dude in Philly that was like the old dude. I love that. Well, I don't know why that cracked me up with that.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what we gotta do. That's my key to the game.
All right, Neil.
Yeah, I think my key to the game here for Cincinnati is you have to find a way to win the rebounding margin, and that's the biggest thing in this game. Can you continue this streak of imposing your will in the front court in the final game of the season? You were able to outduel Kansas. You were able to win the rebounding margin versus BYU. You were able to win the rebounding margin in most of these games that they have won during this stretch. But for Cincinnati to do that in order to win, you're going to need 10 to 12 rebounds apiece from Baba Miller and Mustafa Cham in this game, in my full opinion. Now, if they're able to do that and they're able to get 10 to 12 rebounds from those two guys in particular, I think this game Cincinnati could win by double digits yet again. But if they get out-rebounded by TCU, which is a team that is able to rebound the basketball, we saw it the other night versus Texas Tech. If they get out-rebounded, they're not going to win this game, unfortunately. But now if they do, like I mentioned, they're going to win this game. So that's going to be the difference for me. Win the rebounding margin and keep TCU off the foul line. That's the difference maker. Those two things, if those two things happen, Cincinnati should arguably win this game by double digits, in my opinion.
All right, I'm going to keep it really simple so we can keep things moving. Throw the ball to Mustafa early and often. We are doing such a better job of feeding it to him in the post. Early in the season, I think we looked at him, didn't throw it to him, didn't do a good job of throwing post passes. Now we're throwing it to him in the post. You know who actually does a great job of throwing post passes is Keyshawn. I think I've seen him throw some really good post passes that were, because I remember Hugs used to always talk about when you throw it in the post, if you throw it too low, you're making a big man go down, and you're making somebody that's,
Yeah.
6'10" or 7 feet, down to 6'4", you know what I mean, with that. And then, so I think Keyshawn has done a great job of feeding it to him in the post to where he could catch it in a certain position to be successful. So feed it to Moo early and often. He's a willing passer out of the post. So if they double down, kick it back out, shoot. Hopefully we're making shots. I think we'll be successful. You listen to the Bearcat Tip Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Now let's jump into the Twyman segment, fellas. This is where we cover hot topics. This is the only hot topic right now. Will the Bearcats make the NCAA tournament, and what do they need to do to make the NCAA tournament? JT, I'll start with you.
Okay, so I know you guys are probably second. A lot of stuff I'll say, so sorry in advance. Bearcats sitting at 17-13, 9-8 in the Big 12. If you win on Saturday, you're 18-13, one of the hottest teams in America. 10-8 in the Big 12, one of the best basketball conferences in college. Top 1 or 2, depending on who you're talking to. What's the number, Neil, on that? Like, I don't think nobody has been 10-8 and not made it since 2017.
I think it's been longer than that. It's probably been close to 10, 15 years.
Yeah. So when you get that record, normally that means that's good things, right? You don't get an over 500 record in the Big 12 just by waking up, right? So you get that, boom. This team was 3-7 not too long ago. Now they're 9-8. Man, it's a hell of a turnaround. All right, you win that game against TCU, you got a foot in the door. Like, you got a foot, half your body's in the door. You're walking in, and you know what I mean? You win one game in the Big 12 tournament, I think you got your body in the door. You might just have, like, an ankle outside of the party. You know what I mean? And you just got to make sure you're not doing anything rude to get kicked out the party. But if you lose against TCU, that just evaporates all this good faith. I mean, you got to make a crazy run in the Big 12 tournament, and you want your draw to be good enough where you will have a chance. This team's good enough to still do it, but if they win against TCU, it just gives them so much. It deposits so much into their NCAA bank if they win that game, right? I think it's their 40% right now to make it. I saw earlier, and I think if they win the game against TCU, they go up to over 70% to make the NCAA tournament. Win another game if you win one game in the Big 12 tournament, then they're up to like 90% to make the NCAA tournament. So I have to say this: they win 2 more games in a row, it should be great. If they can pull off 3, they are for sure in. Unless
Agreed.
A whole bunch of upsets happen in the smaller, tournaments that kind of upset the apple cart. But I don't know. I don't really see it. Or like maybe honestly the big tournaments. If it's somebody like in the Big 10 or something that makes a run that wasn't going to make the tournament at all, like just
Get
pop
that
up,
large.
get an at-large bid, and they mess it up. You know what I mean? Or in the ACC, like if Syracuse goes on a run or something like that, and you're like, then they mess it up. But the only way I can see that happening, is if that happens. So I think 2 more wins and they're in personally, and 3 gives them it's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like it's probably is one of the best turnarounds that we've seen in Bearcat history in one season.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Good points, JT.
Yeah, I'm right there with JT. I think I've been saying it with Russ on the Bearcat Blitz podcast for quite some time now over the recent weeks. Russ and we kind of been to a disagreement. I've been saying that this team could get to 19 wins. Essentially, you get the win over TCU. That's a quad 1 win. And depending who they get in the first round, if they play on the first game, if you win 1 game in the Big 12 tournament, I think that's it. That's enough to get you there to the NCAA tournament, and that's 19. But
So
You
wait,
hear
hold on one second. So if the Bearcats beat TCU, wouldn't they get a bye or not? Or am I
they
wrong?
they would get a bye.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Yep, they would get a bye, and in that game they would probably play UCF, maybe Baylor, Kansas, whoever wins one of those first
Okay.
playing games. But for me, I'm saying you just got to get to 19 wins. You win Saturday, you win the first game, whether that's an opening round game or your first, the second round game. If you get that bye, I think you win one game at the Big 12 tournament, and I think you solidify your deal. Because right now, TCU is projected to have an 80% chance of making the NCAA tournament. If they lose, then what happens? Cincinnati had a 44% chance of making it, according to ESPN this afternoon. So if they had a 44% chance, TCU had an 80% chance. If things go right for Cincinnati, they could be solidifying their spot this time next week in the NCAA tournament, hopefully.
Yeah. Man, all I can say is we cannot shit the bed versus TCU.
Can't, man.
Gotta win that basketball game. Then get that bye. We can win that first game of the Big 12 tournament. I think at that point, this team is going to have so much confidence. And confidence is so key at the end of the year, like believing that you have a really good basketball team. And I think at that point, they should already believe that, but I think they'll believe it even more. So if, like you said, JT, if we get to those 3 wins, they're a lock. I think they're definitely a lock for the NCAA. Always worry with the 2 wins. I do worry about those at-large bids. Like, let's just say, and they won't win, but if Providence was to win the East, it's like that messes everything up, right? But that's why I think you've got to win the 3 to be like the clear cut. Here's the deal. So I'm hoping we get that win versus TCU. Get 1 win, and that confidence starts to build, get to the NCAA tournament. And if we're fortunate to do that, we're going to have a whole nother discussion on how we could do in the NCAA tournament. Then we got to see how the matchups fall.
Yeah,
Cincinnati could be a dangerous team in the tournament. Teams don't want to face UC.
No.
I wouldn't want to face Cincinnati right now. If I'm any team in the country, I wouldn't want to face them.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they're playing at a confident level and doing the things they've done, obviously the Texas Tech game was a blueprint to kind of beat UC. But other than that, like you said, it's been convincingly. Like that BYU game, man. I think you guys probably felt the same way. But my buddy that was with me, we're like looking at each other like, what is going on? Like, man, this team is balling. Like, I mean, they looked. There was one point during the BYU game, fellas, where they're coming down court, and it felt like an old school Bearcat team to where it felt like, man, they might score every time they come down the court. Like I started feeling like super confident in what they were doing. And Neil, last thing I want to add, I think that spin move, he did that. Mustafa did that spin move 2 different occasions.
Mm-hmm. The second time he tried to dunk it two-handed.
Both of them were on AJ when AJ was guarding him. He did both of them. Those were great spin moves, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the clip when Kobe Bryant, I believe it was in the All-Star game, he asked Michael Jordan how he feels the defender in the post. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Right? And Mustafa, you can tell, has been trained on, hey, when that guy puts that leg and a lot of weight on one side, you're going to lean on that and kind of spin on that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Like AJ put that weight in there, but boom, and he just spun off of it. It was like, I mean, that was perfection of something that was taught.
Yeah.
Learned that and worked at it. So anyway, but back again, I think 3, we're definitely 100%. 3 would give us 9 of the last 10 wins, right? Is that right? That we won 9 of the last 10 games?
Yep.
If we win 3 more, yep. So fingers crossed. Go Bearcats. Let's get this done and make for a even better podcast, man. The podcasts are better when we're winning, that's for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
A lot better. Hey, fellas, this concludes another great podcast. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Donahue Accounting Services, Purple Monkey Project, and Oakley Greens. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. For friendly expert tax advice whenever you need it, come to Donahue Accounting Services, the leading accounting firm in Cincinnati, Ohio. Our top-notch accountants strive to help you resolve all your financial and tax issues. Call Donahue Accounting Services today for a free consultation at 513-528-3982 or visit online at DonahueAccountingService.com. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Bearcat Tip Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Go Bearcats.